So let's get into the Halloween franchise ranking, the tier ranking here. Yeah, why not? Here we go. All right, guys. So I may need your help on some of this, and we've got 44 minutes to get this thing done. So let's waste no more time. Boom, there it is. So, guys, our categories. The top of the list is The Blackest Eyes. And then a little ode to Barry from Wolfman's Got Nards. We've got Double Scoops up. That's the next tier. So that's like, this movie's damn good. You definitely want double scoops of it. So you don't just want the single scoop. You want to go back for more. Next category is One Good Scare, meaning that like this movie's okay. Like it's got a couple things that work about it, or maybe just one thing that works for it. And then Michael, Go Home from Halloween 5 is the D category. And for the F, we've got Fuck Off, Wade, because that movie just needs to get the hell out of here. So I know Gavin's going to try to get me to put the OG somewhere other than the top, but who are we fooling, guys? We are putting the OG right at The Blackest Eyes, the Devil's Eyes. And then for Halloween 2, guys, I feel sort of bad. So we did our direct sequel thing the other week. And I think I sort of poo-pooed Halloween 2 a little bit. I think I put it in, it's fine, I think is where I put it for, for sequels. I think this one, I'm putting it in double scoops. It's not quite The Blackest Eyes for me, but I think Halloween 2 deserves a good double scoops for sure. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think Halloween 2 is a double scoops, or do you think Halloween 2 is The Blackest Eyes? Let me know. OG is the best, obviously, says Medley Man. H2 is One Good Scare. Oh, Mud Nelson off to a bad start. Rain says the middle one. Yeah, okay, so you guys are more like One Good Scare. So maybe I didn't poo-poo Halloween 2. So we'll bring Halloween 2 down to One Good Scare, to go along with the chat here. Yeah, you guys are all in agreement there on the original Halloween 2. And we've got Ashton Luck jumping into the chat. Great to see you, Ashton. We're just getting going with the Halloween franchise tier ranking. And of course, we always want your guys' help. Frank drops a good one. Hot tub. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, that is a very, very memorable scene. One of my favorites from growing up. Absolutely. And I know one of your favorites, Frank. I feel like Frank and I would have a really good time watching some of the more like trashier slashers. I do love that Frank and Darren have like the contrast, Darren's sort of like a little more prim and proper, a little more stuffed shirt, and Frank sort of lets it fly with all that nudity talk. That's kind of the way I am. I'm right there with you. Frank, I don't know if you're a big Judy Aronson fan, but man, her in Friday the 13th, the final chapter. Whoo, you know what I mean? All right, love the hot tub kill, says Allie. All right, guys, so let's jump back in here. So, Season of the Witch. I really enjoy Season of the Witch a lot. I know it doesn't have Michael in it. I want to put Season of the Witch in double scoops. It's not quite Blackest Eyes for me, because it sort of plays like a really cool pilot for a TV show that could be very interesting. I think I've probably said it before here on the channel. I feel like the first season of Stranger Things is like very, very much like Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. Let's see what you guys think of Season of the Witch here. And we got Carbonite Dreams jumping into the chat. What's happened, Carbonite? Great to see ya. T. Parker says Halloween 3 is double scoops. There you go. Medley Man says Blackest Eyes. All right. I know what you mean, says Frank. Yeah. Gavin says Season of the Witch, One Good Scare. Okay. Raymond says I'm on an island, but 3 should go in. F off, Wade. Ooh, damn. Definitely double scoops. I mean, I get it. If we're judging it solely on like Michael Myers, the cat version of Michael Myers, if we're judging it solely on like, Michael Myers, of course, Season of the Witch has to go and fuck off, Wade. But just judging it on its own, I think it's double scoops. Yeah. Medley Man says unironically top 2 or 3. Yeah, I think it's somewhere in there, like, middle to top of the franchise for sure. Carbonite says just watched the entire franchise for the first time last month. That's awesome. And says double scoops at least. So perfect. We are going to stick with double scoops there with Halloween 3. Now we're going to get to an interesting stretch here. Halloween 4, the return of Michael Myers. Man. Oh, geez. This one for me is just one good scare, guys. Because here's the thing is I don't think Halloween 4 is better than Halloween 2. The mask is a damn mess in this film. It's a friggin' joke. And Michael just doesn't really work for me in most of this movie. There's certain shots and certain moments that I really enjoy in Halloween 4. And as far as the writing goes, I don't have an issue with the writing. But the film kind of plays like a soft reboot. Even though it has the number 4 there, to me, it feels more like a remake reboot than it really does a sequel, especially since it doesn't have Jamie in it. For all intents and purposes, it is a reboot. And I just think the mask brings it down a notch. I do love Donald Pleasance here, and I do think there's some great moments. I like, what's his face? I like the new sheriff in this one. I just don't think it's quite double scoops for me, unfortunately. I know I'm in the minority there, so let me know, guys. You want me to bump this one up? How fucking dare you? This is fun though for me to just see like how we differ, right? Yeah, because Gavin, you say it's the blackest eyes. Yeah. T. Parker says it's double scoops. Blackest eyes for Ashton. Well, I'm glad that I said my piece before jumping into the chat because the last, like, I do want to give you guys my true opinion and not have my initial word on the movie or the initial ranking swayed by you guys. It's always fun to put where I want to put it and then see if you guys want me to move it around. It's fun to do these tiers together. That's one of the reasons why we do it together. Top, all right. H4 is better than 2 objectively, but not biased. Yeah, I don't know if it's better I don't know. Double scoops for Alley Girl. Okay. H4 has a much better pacing than H2. Can't argue with you there. Medley Man says double scoops. Okay. All right, cool. Best comeback for a slasher of all time, in my opinion. Better than Halloween 2018, Frank? Because I'd consider that a comeback as well. I don't know. I know we both feel similarly about Kathleen Mont. And like I said, there are things that work for me, which is why I should have technically it shouldn't be one good scare. It should be like a few good scares, but I just wanted to roll with that quote from the first film. Oh, Jamie says Halloween 4 is fuck off, Wade. Hated it when I saw it in the theater, still hate it today. Oh man. Yeah, the mask for me is really, really tough for this one. Yeah, there you go, Meeker. Another timers moment there for you, Allie. Okay. Jamie, you're breaking it. Yeah, breaking Kelly's heart. Yep. Tearing me apart, Lisa. Okay, so let's go ahead and bump it up. We're gonna bump it up. Double scoops, guys. All right, that's all because of you, chat. We got Halloween 4 in double scoops. Now let's kick it on over to Halloween 5. Ooh, I think it's only fitting that this goes in Michael Go Home. In my heart of hearts, guys, I want to put this in fuck off, Wade. I always fall asleep with Halloween 5. I know people talk about that car chase in the woods. That's when I fall asleep. So even though that moment may be exciting, by the time I'm at that point in the movie, I'm so like over and done with this thing. The mask is again a complete mess. As the We Watched a Movies guy say, tuck in your mask, bro. It's just got that odd Nicolas Cage look. The neck goes way too long. They should have cut it off about an inch or so higher. Jamie being a mute here. Danielle puts in a great performance. I just don't think the writing is doing anyone any favors. Loomis is kind of fun as Nutty Loomis. So that's why I will plop this into Michael, go home. What does he say? He says like his rage. I love hearing Donald Pleasance say his rage like that. I don't know what it is, cracks me up every single time. Absolutely love it. For me, Halloween 5 is Michael Go Home at best. I don't know. What do you guys think? Bottom 2 says Medley Man. T Parker says, Michael, go home. There you go. One good scare is what Raymond says. All right, let's see here. Michael, go home. Okay. Michael, go home. Gene agrees. Only resurrection belongs in fuck off Wade. Ooh, yeah, I don't know about that. We'll see. We'll see. F off Wade territory, pretty close. Yep. Halloween 5 can fuck off. What an abomination. Oh, I love it. Yep. And Toronto, Freddie, and Allie are right in line with each other there. Meeker is the best sheriff. I think so. Crazy Loomis is the best part of H5. You're absolutely right, T Parker. Gavin says Halloween 5 sucks, but it does have enough AMC Fear Fest nostalgia for me to go in Michael Go Home. Yeah, I can't quite put it in F off. It might be, I don't know, might be pretty close there, Medley Man. 5 and 6 are both F off Wade for me. Okay, yeah, let's see here. Perfect. So Michael, go home. We have consensus there. I love that. All right. Now, this is where I'm gonna piss some people off. Because I would put so if we're talking theatrical cut, Curse of Michael Myers is going in one good scare for me. If we're talking producer's cut, I'm gonna put it in double scoops because this is one of those movies I like more and more every time I watch it, guys. I know this is not a popular thing. That's why I'm not looking at the chat right now. I'm just looking at the tier maker because I like to put it in the spot and then see you guys eviscerate me in the chat. So let's see here. And I'm thinking producer's cut because I think the music is really good in the producer cut. There are some slower tracking shots and moments that just feel so much more, so much like the original film to me. The fall atmosphere and the Halloween feel here is great. I think Michael, even though he looks a little portly, I think this is a way better version of Michael for George P. Wilbur. I think it's far better than his version of Michael in Halloween 4. I think this is one of the best versions of the mask we've gotten. I mean, the original mask and the mask from the David Gordon Green trilogy, like all of those masks they use in that trilogy are top tier along with the OG. But I think the curse is right there after him. I love the curse mask. It's one of my favorite. Like I own 6 of the masks. The curse mask is one of my favorites. Absolutely. There's something about that look that it's got. It just kind of works for me. I have a hunch you guys are going to want me to put this down in one good scare, but I'm going to put it in double scoops and see what y'all say. Let's see here. Jamie hates the Thorn trilogy. Yep, she sure does. Medley Man loves Curse. Heck yeah. In the bottom 5. I'd probably put it in the middle in my ranking. H6 is Michael Go Home. Loomis makes every Halloween season watchable. Yep. Donald, not the other guy. You mean Malcolm McDowell? Don't you dare put it below the middle. Yeah, I think for me it's double scoops all the way. H6 is one good scare. Talking about the producer's cut. Yeah. H6 is forgettable. Michael, go home. Everyone here is wrong, and we are right, Davey. See, Medley Man, we can agree on some things. H6, Michael, go home, says Carbonite Dreams. Oh, only saw the theatrical. Yeah, the theatrical is odd to me. I haven't watched it very much. Since I got the producer's cut, I usually put the producer's cut on. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. I think that's totally fair, Jamie. You don't have to, you can hate or love whatever movie you want. Absolutely. That's why as I've started to warm up more with Curse, I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. Like I'm warming up to Curse. I'm cooling off H2O. Like, I don't know. Like we were saying earlier, Medley Man, it's like as I go back and return to these movies, I do gain a little bit of a different perspective. So I feel differently as time goes on, Yeah. Producer's cut is double scoops. There you go. All right. Toronto Freddy, everyone is entitled to their own opinion. Yeah. Oh, of course. Yeah. I only really like 4. The others go down. Oh, dang. Watched Curse the most. I love rewatching Curse. I want Paul Rudd to show up at H50 so bad. He would get so much love, sure there might be some people that pop up with like an Ant-Man thing or two for him to sign, but it's going to be like 95% people having him sign Halloween 6 stuff, I mean, sure his performance, that voice he uses is kind of odd. But I I'll give Paul Rudd all the flowers in the world for doing what he did with what was in the script, right? And I think Tommy is supposed to be sort of affected by what happened to him as a kid. So I think he's supposed to be a strange guy. He does have that sort of like when Michael Myers was 6 years old, a little bit of that mid-Atlantic accent, kind of odd. But I feel really comfortable putting Curse there in double scoops. I really like that. Let's see here. Oh my gosh, the chat just like flew. What just happened there? Oh, Medley Man says, you know what? Just at this very moment, I'm subconsciously put this above Rob Zombie's Halloween. Oh, well, it's definitely above Rob Zombie's Halloween movies. Oh, we got Garrett from Born to Be Rad in the chat. What's happening, Garrett? Great to see you. Make sure you save some room at the bottom for Rob Zombie's Halloween too. Oh, I might disappoint you, Garrett. I actually really like that one. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me that I like. There are certain things about Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 that really, really don't work for me. But on a whole, I do enjoy that one. I know I'm kind of a weirdo. Really appreciate you popping in, man. Love seeing you in the chat. If you missed it yesterday, first off, if you don't sub to Born to Be Rad and you're a fan of like 80s nostalgia, you're a fan of film, any kind of film, especially diving into the older stuff as well. Maybe you're a big fan of 80s movies, but you feel like you're missing out on some that you just haven't heard of yet. Go ahead and head on over to Born to Be Rad's channel. Give Garrett a sub. He just crossed the 8,000 sub marker. So congrats to Garrett for that. Really awesome production value over there. Great personality. A whole hell of a lot of content. And just yesterday, Foz and I from Movie Punks, we had an appearance with Garrett and Cody, aka Dude Who Loves Movies, where we talked about high school thriller movies that have kind of like a horror edge. So those old, back in the 80s and 90s, there were those movies where like a teacher comes in, like a hard-nosed teacher or principal. Maybe there's like gang warfare within the school. Like we talked about those like 80s, 90s, kind of like right on the border of like exploitation or like trashy kind of movies. And it was really cool to dive into some of those, which I had never seen before getting ready for that video. So guys, head on over to Born to Be Rad, give him a sub, check out what he's got. Really great content over there. Absolutely. And we've got Eli Cortez in the chat. What's happening, Eli? Great to see you. Hopefully, you guys, Gene, I see your I see your chat here coming in and out. I think my internet struggles when it's like 110 outside. So I think it's just the internet. Everything sounds fine in my headphones. Yeah, the internet might be a little spotty for me. Boom, there you go. Carbonite Dreams just subbed. Yeah. Guys, Garrett is looking to hit 10K by the end of the year. I think he's got it in the bag. But of course, if you're not subbed over there, go and give the man some love. And let's hop back on over to our Halloween ranking here. All right, guys, H2O, we are really getting in it here. I'm going to put H2O as one good scare. And the reason why it's not any lower, any higher. I don't want to give anything away for the double scoops stream that I'm going to do with Barry from Wolfman's Got Nards next Saturday. But the first act of this film, I think, is great. I love they use the Curse of Michael Myers mask in that opening scene at Nurse Marion's house, which I think is awesome. That's the best look that Michael has in this movie, bar none. Easily the best look. Awesome opening scene. And then I really like, the different way that they dealt with Laurie's trauma in this movie. I really liked that, her sort of, diving into like the substance abuse aspect of it, struggling with her teenage son. I really love Adam Arkin, who plays her boyfriend in the film. I feel like if he had a bigger role, maybe if the movie were a little bit longer, earned some of the moments a bit more, I'd see this easily as a double scoops. I'd feel so much better about the film on a whole. And of course, to me, it's not as easy as saying like Matt sucks. I think the problem with H2O is there's like 5 or 6 masks, and only one of them looks good, in my opinion. Only the Curse mask works for me in this film. I don't like the Stan Winston mask. God bless him. I think Stan Winston is one of the most impressive, practical effects guys in all of film history. That doesn't mean that everything that he put together was an A plus. And I think his Michael Myers mask is a gigantic miss. Now, it's nowhere near as bad as that K&B alien mask that just looks really bizarre here. So, Halloween H2O for me doesn't go any higher than for One Good Scare because it's got moments. The last act, though, I think is pretty bad. The middle act is kind of boring, but I do love that first act. So let's see what you guys say here. All right. Medley Man says, one day when I'm a patron, I'm going to make you review the Wire TV show. Oh, and the How to Train Your Dragon books. Oh, I'm so bad at reading. Like, I can read well. It just puts me to sleep. One Good Scare for H2O. Good. I like that. T. Parker says double scoops. Oh, all right. Allie says One Good Scare. Medley Man says One Good Scare is the right place. Jamie says One Good Scare. Okay, you guys, looks like you're in agreement here. That's good to see. When I first saw it, it was double scoops. Now I'd put it in Michael Go Home. I'm kind of there with you, Raymond. I'm kind of there with you. Yeah. You bring up a really good point. When I first saw this movie, I was very hyped on it. Keep in mind, it was the first Halloween movie I saw in the theater, and it was the first Halloween that we had gotten. I think Curse had a really limited theatrical release. It definitely didn't come to my tiny little hometown, so I had no way of seeing it in the theater. So there was that like hype of like Jamie Lee's coming back. It's a direct sequel to Halloween 2, which at that time I had way better feelings about as well. So I definitely see what you're saying there, Raymond. Absolutely. H2O overrated. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. And I think all the passes that H2O gets, I'm like, oh, where are y'all when it comes time to talking about Halloween Kills or Halloween Ends? Y'all don't bring up any of those issues in H2O. Like the fact that the story is like kind of a mess. H2O really disappointed me. There was absolutely no body of water in that film. Oh, no body of water and no body to the script. Ooh, 2 big scoops for Carbonite Dream. Okay. Literally false advertising. You guys are hilarious. I'm Wolfman on H2O, says Big Rod. It's a double scoop in my book. All right. And look at that. Yeah, Garrett throwing guys some love for the subs. That's awesome to see. And guys, this is the really cool thing about YouTube is that, my channel is relatively small. We're in the first year. We're just kind of getting going. But what I love is seeing that overlap and the fact that like a channel like this one that's, not too big or anything, that we've been able to, put together this really cool community with you folks that keep on coming to these live streams and showing support to the Davey Death Ray channel. And then being able to find out about great channels like Born to Be Rad, through here. That's, it's really, really inspiring the way that the community can connect, not just being able to connect like content creator to content creator, but how we can, connect with you guys. It's huge. It's absolutely huge. I think I can speak for Garrett in this regard. The interaction with you guys is what fuels the content creation. Absolutely. Like you guys help push us to want to be better and do more and get to know you better. Resurrection belongs below fuck off Wade. Oh, we'll get there. Aaron says, hello, everyone. I had a few drinks last night and I slept. No worries, Aaron. We're like right in the heart of it. Garrett agrees on H2O. Perfect. All right. Can you organize the tiers with your own opinions? I think, you can name them however you want, and you can add a whole bunch of tiers too. So I could have gone just 4 categories, or I could have added more, something like that. But yeah, Aaron says H2O felt exciting at the time, not so much anymore. Yep, absolutely. Fatchy agrees. It's a banger of a community. Great seeing you back in here, Fatchy. Look at this. You guys are great. And Brooke Scarlett is in the chat. How are you doing, Brooke? Always a pleasure to see you, my gal. Brooke, I see you in everyone else's chats when I'm in there, just typing along with you guys. Always awesome to have you jump in here. And then we've got Ryan Swayze jumping in as well. I'm one of the rare people that gets guilty pleasure out of Resurrection. We'll get to that, yeah, for let's hop on over because it seems like everyone is in agreement here that H2O belongs in one good scare. I'm gonna put, man, Resurrection. I don't know if I can put Resurrection and Fuck Off Wade. I I get what you guys are saying, but to me, it's just as good, if not slightly better, than Halloween 5. I don't know what it is. I think I'm right there with you on the guilty pleasure aspect of it. There are certain shots in Resurrection where I love the lighting on the mask. The mask doesn't always look great here, but there are certain shots where it really works for me. I kind of love how trashy this one is in a certain regard. Busta is so over the top. And now I'm sort of like, Tyra Banks is in this movie? I always think of that Dr. Wolfula review where he keeps on saying every time Tyra Banks shows up, Tyra Banks is in this movie? And it's too bad, though. We don't get to see her get killed. We just see the aftermath. I don't know. Michael, is it Fuck Off Wade? I could see putting this in Fuck Off Wade. I think maybe it does go and Fuck Off Wade. I don't know. What do you guys, let me know in the chat, guys. Do we put this in Fuck Off Wade, or do we leave it where it is? All right, let's see here. Big Rod says, send me remote access. I'll put Resurrection and Fuck Off Wade for you, my guy. Raymond says it goes in one good scare. Holy cow. Jamie says, I love Resurrection. I know that's not the popular take, but I find it so entertaining. I love me some Dangertainment. And I adore Busta. It's double scoops for me. Yeah. Baggy ass overalls. Mud Nelson's calling the police. Welfare check on Davey Deathray. He put Halloween Resurrection in Michael home. And the cops are like, oh my God, we have multiple officers on their way. And Jean doesn't have the heart to swear. She wants the Halloween 1 and 2 from Rob Zombie to go into Fuck Off Wade. All right. Resurrection is Fuck Off Wade. Guilty pleasure for Brooke. Love the doc. Yeah. Yeah. Dr. Wolffield is great, man. One of my favorites. Resurrection literally breaks my system of measurement into a million pieces. Literally having a plot point that turns over other plot points into filler after the fact. Yeah. I think a Fuck Off Wade. I think we could drop it down. Someone's got to be in Fuck Off Wade, right? So I will go ahead and put Resurrection Fuck Off Wade. YouTube, like, we're demonetizing you even though you've never been monetized. All right. And Brooks, one good scare. All right. I don't know where to go with Resurrection. This is like, isn't it so interesting with a movie like Resurrection that most people probably wouldn't put much thought into and probably just say, oh, whatever, that movie sucks. But now here we are. It's probably the biggest spectrum as far as like where people would put this movie. Some people are saying double scoop. Some people are saying Fuck Off Wade. That's pretty wide. All right. Yeah, let's jump over to, let's see here. Jump into Rob Zombie's Halloween movies. You guys are going to hate me here. But I'm putting his remake in Fuck Off Wade. I don't like Rob Zombie's Halloween remake. I don't need the backstory. It takes away the mystique of Michael. Not only that, it's just really dirty and gross and trashy. I think the dialogue is poorly written. To me, it doesn't really enhance the way I feel about Michael and doesn't keep feeling about him the way that I do based on the first film. So I would say when it comes to Rob Zombie's Halloween remake, there's really the only thing that I like about it that stands out to me is when the Strodes get killed. I think that's like the one good addition to that film. Like if we had seen that in the original Halloween, that would have been pretty interesting. That's the kill to me that feels like the most real. I know with the father, it's like really quick. He gets killed like outside smoking a cigarette or something. But then when Michael just busts into the house to kill, Mrs. Strode, that to me feels so real. Dee Wallace puts in a great performance there. and it just feels, I kind of get that vacancy kind of feel, that Texas Chainsaw Massacre, just something so visceral and uncomfortable in a way that like I really enjoy. I felt like that was Rob Zombie finding like the perfect measurement for his style within this movie that I really don't like, but I do really like that element. So I'll jump into the chat and see if you guys are just tearing me apart here. Gavin says, "Put the crack pipe down, Davey." I know, man. This one just really does do it for me. Really doesn't do it. I feel like it's a waste of a remake. It's the most pointless remake in all of horror history, as far as I'm concerned. But I haven't seen the Fog remake, so maybe I'm wrong. Ali says, "RZ 1 and 2 are one good scare me." I love RZ Halloween movies with all my heart. They're the blackest eyes. Oh, wow. Interesting. Yeah, I just feel so dirty when I watch that first movie. Don't really dig it too much. Double scoops for Brooke. All right. Carbonite says, "Normally I hate Rob Zombie movies, but this was okay for me. I one good scare." Okay. Medley Man says, "Now before you put Rob Zombie's Halloween below double scoops or the middle, just remember you can enjoy the hellbilly scenes." Yeah, I mean, there's some things I like, but yeah. Remember the democracy. Which democracy? Nicholas says, "I agree with Davey. I don't enjoy the beginning of Rob Zombie's Halloween remake." Yeah. Oh, but Raymond brings up, let's see here, for me, Scout Taylor Compton and Danielle Harris and Brad Dourif. Yep. They are good performances for those. Okay, I gotcha. I gotcha. That poor fucking bagel, though. Gavin says, "Yeah, watch the Fog remake and you'll appreciate this remake much more." Yeah, I bet. The acting is good. It's scary. It makes you uncomfortable in a completely different way. Yeah. All right. Yeah, Elm Street remake's pretty rough too. Yeah. I think a good scare is fair for Rob Zombie's Halloween, but I won't fight for it very hard. Yeah, we could I could bump it up to Michael Go Home. I don't think I could go as far as One Good Scare. What do you guys think? Are you guys okay if I bump it up to Michael Go Home? Go home, Michael, his rage. I just had to do it one more time for you. And then Halloween 2, guys, let's just get right into it. I'm going to put Halloween 2 in double scoops for me. I really enjoyed so much of this movie. Yeah, I mean, I don't like Michael talking at the end of the director's cut. There's some things where I'm just like, oh man. But again, like you guys had mentioned with the remake, with his first Halloween movie, the performances, Danielle Harris, Taylor Compton, Brad Dourif, all these performances are really damn good. And you guys know, if you've been hanging out at the channel for a while, you know that I like when people try something new. So Halloween 2 for me is really trying something new, because Michael wanders around without his mask. It's almost like Superman would put on his suit. Like Michael puts on his mask when it's time to get down to business. I just like that this movie feels like Rob got to make the movie that he wanted to make, whereas the first Halloween movie is like an assignment where he gets to pepper in his style, but it's more like that movie was already, everything was pretty much predetermined other than the actual dialogue. The story beats were, what else were they going to do? So I'm putting Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 in full scoops for me. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. Brother Fluff, what's happening, bud? Great to see you in the chat. Carbonite did not like Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 at all. Yeah, T Parker to quote the paramedic. Fuck. Richard Brake, the paramedic. Big Rod says it goes to one good scare. Let's see here. Medley Man says put it in blackest eyes. I don't think I could go that high with this one. But yeah, I can't go that. I think the first movie just sort of is standing. It's good to me up there. Yeah, Alone. Ooh, halfway a recent rewatch though, he would put it in Michael Go Home. Okay, so warming up to that one a little bit. Yeah, he did a great job bringing Jason back to the screen. Oh man, Brad Dourif makes RZH2 so good. Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree. All right, guys. go ahead and read through the rest of these because we got to finish this up in 9 minutes. So we're going to get going here pretty quick. 2018 for me, I think I've got to put in The Blackest Eyes, guys. I think this one is a great follow-up to the original. I think maybe my opinions cooled off on it since I first watched it, but I so much of this works for me. It's the most interesting Michael's been since the first movie. I think you could even argue that Michael's more interesting in Halloween 2018 than he is in the first movie. I just think the first movie is a better made film, and it's the first one, so it's really difficult to compete. But I'd put 2018 right up there for me. It's definitely Blackest Eyes. I really love 2018 sequel there. And then Aaron says, got to give it credit for veering up in a wild direction. Not sure where to put it. I think that's where a lot of people stand. Like, I applaud the different direction. Annie's death scene, yeah. Oh yeah, that's one of the scenes that makes me rank it pretty high up there. Yeah. So yeah, let's go ahead and keep on going. Looks like you guys are saying double scoops. Wow, one good scare, says Jamie Hart. Okay. Double scoops for most people. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and put this in double scoops. I'm not going to argue with you guys on that one. And then with kills, I would put kills in double scoops. At first, I didn't really know what to think of this movie. I've warmed up on it more the more I've watched it. The whole bully thing really throws me off for kills. But I think the things that work well work really well in kills. So I really enjoy that one. And yeah, I think a double scoop is pretty appropriate for it. And then, yeah, I'm throwing Ends into Blackest Eyes. I really love Halloween Ends. I think it might be the best movie, in my opinion, of the new trilogy. Certainly they could have introduced Corey a lot earlier and it would have flowed better. They could have pre-written everything and maybe all three movies would make a lot more sense together. But there's something about Ends. I love the way it looks. I love the music. I love, again, trying something new, taking the film in kind of a different direction. The performances are incredible here. I think Andi Matichak puts in her best performance as Allison. Rowan Campbell knocks it out of the park as Corey Cunningham. And yeah, it's an acquired taste, I think, for some people. Some folks hate it. Some people love it. I know some folks here in the chat are going to say that this is a fuck off Wade for sure. Let's see where you guys want me to put it. Ali says kills is Blackest Eyes and Ends is fuck off Wade. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Kills goes in Blackest Eyes. Okay. Ends is Blackest Eyes. There we go. Put 2018 back in Blackest Eyes right now, young man. Yeah, we could do that. Yeah. You guys want Kills and 2018 back up there in Blackest Eyes? Yeah, Ali Brooker right there, not liking Ends. And then Carbonite is in the rare spot of putting it kind of in the middle. Like, a lot of people either love or hate it. So that to me is an interesting take right there, Carbonite. Just, having that lukewarm feeling. Because I feel like most people, it's like politics. Most people either hate it or love it. But yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Boom. I think this is looking pretty good, guys. I really like this ranking here. This is a fun one. I got to wrap things up here within the next 5 minutes. So I don't want to jump off too quick here, but let's go ahead and run down what we've got here. So in the top tier, in the Blackest Eyes, we have the original Halloween from 1978. We've got Halloween from 2018. Halloween Kills from 2021. Is that when that was? And then Halloween Ends from 2022, right? Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. And then in double scoops, I'm not going to remember the years of all these. We've got Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers, Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers, and Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. And then in one good scare, right in that middle category, we've got the original Halloween 2 from 1981, and we've also got Halloween H2O, I believe that was 1998, in Michael go home. We've got Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers, and Halloween from '07, Rob Zombie's remake. And then the lone movie in fuck off, Wade, is Halloween Resurrection. I think that one was from 2002. So there is that ranking. Well, guys, I guess the good news here is that a bulk of movies are in the top tier for us. At least that's the consensus here.